You're listening to the 5-Minute Friday podcast episode of The Aligned Self. This is your host, Daniel Danovi. Okay, 5-Minute Friday, a short and concise podcast episode of The Aligned Self designed to leave you with a question, an idea, a strategy, a tip, a hack, in order to give you greater access to your conscious awareness, evolving your conscious awareness, or give you greater mastery over your mind. Hello, friend, and welcome to this 5-Minute Friday. As you probably know, I've been interviewing spiritual teachers, guides, healers, psychics, you name it, about their spiritual adventure, their spiritual path, their spiritual journey, the insights, epiphanies, gleanings, learnings that they've accumulated over the years as they are invested as a spiritual being in the human adventure. And this human adventure is actually the spiritual adventure. All these interviews and trainings will be available between the dates December 26th and New Year's Day. We'll be going live during that week, and it's no cost to register, so you can have access to all the different information, all the different presenters that I've been interviewing. To find out more, or actually to get registered, go to yesdaniel.com. Again, how can you forget yesdaniel.com. And I was recently talking to one of my presenters on past life regressions, Jessica Faltot, and she brought up this metaphor that she's been thinking about. It's been ruminating around in her head, and when she said it to me, and I got it, I had this full body cascade event, an aha moment where I was like rewired. And so I wanted to share it with you in this 5-Minute Friday. Because frankly, at this stage of my game, when I experience a rewiring event, an aha moment, something that I hadn't quite considered, a new perspective, a new angle on reality, then I need to share it, because those don't happen to me as often as they used to when I was first starting out on the path. But when they do occur, holy cow. And I realize that some of you may already get this, but I just got it in a new way. And so she said to me that life is like a roller coaster. And most people, when they ride the roller coaster, they're terrified. And many people don't even like the roller coaster. They stay away from the roller coaster. And then she paused, and I said, I happen to love the roller coaster. You know, I'm a front seater. I sit in the front seat. I have my hands up. And to me, it is exhilarating. And then I added, but to me, there's an element of safety. There's some parameters of safety designed into the ride. And while it pushes the envelope of what's comfortable, underneath it is this presumption of safety, that I'm safe. No matter how hairy it gets, it's not going to get so bad where I'm in danger. And she said, exactly. That is life. Life is like a roller coaster, and the universe has your back. And then my eyes got wide, and it's like, holy cow, yes. In every event, every circumstance where I've really pushed myself out there, underneath it all was this presumption of safety, that the universe had my back, that everything was always working out for me. And I'm going to ask you, what would you engage in? What would you begin? What would you move forward with if you had the presumption of safety, that nothing would ever get so bad to where you couldn't handle it? You might not have a result that you desired. You might not have results that you anticipated. But if there's a detour, you'll never go so far off course that you can't find your way back. If you go off the road, you have the ability to pull yourself back on to your lane. In Tarot, there's this card called the Tower card. And what it essentially says is that all the edifices in your life are about to be destroyed, about to fall to the ground. Nothing potentially could be spared. And so this is what happened to me in 1988. As part of my spiritual awakening, I shifted to a whole new vibration, and the circumstances, people that I had put in place based on my past way of being began to fall away. They just weren't supported by my new path or my new route that I was on. They didn't match my energy. And so as these things fall away, my job changed, the structure of my job changed, the location where I was living changed, my relationships shifted and changed or morphing almost daily, if not weekly. And underneath it was this knowing that it was happening for my greater good, that something more amazing, more fantastic was waiting for me on the other side. Today, I call that getting through the going through. But my question to you is, what would you begin? What would you set out on? What's been waiting in the wings that you've been afraid to move forward on? What could you move forward on, knowing that it's going to be an adventure, knowing that it's going to be a roller coaster ride? There's going to be ups and downs and turns and twists. But underneath it all, you are ultimately safe. You see, again, you are a spiritual being immersed in the human adventure. And as a spiritual being, nothing can ultimately hurt you. You might experience disappointment. You might experience setbacks. In fact, that's almost a given in this human adventure, this human journey. But if you can rest in the knowing that you are ultimately safe, there are parameters of safety built into the ride, would you begin? Does that change your perspective? Does it change the attitude that you have about relationships, about career choices, about starting a business, about the adventure that you have for your life? Well, that's the question I want to leave you with on this 5-Minute Friday. And this is probably closer to 5 minutes than any other 5-Minute Friday I put out. But until next time, this is your friend and host, Daniel DeNovi, urging you to follow your bliss. Live your life from inner signals, be inner directed as you engage in the epic adventure.